I think I got it. Okay, so Jen, are you listening well? Like, I guess you are the one watching me because there's only one person watching, and I only shared with one person. So let me use the chat here. Hi there. First time. Too much work to be excited about live streaming. Ooh, there are two people watching. That's strangely bizarre and interesting at the same time because people may get to learn stuff with me while I'm working, and not only my classmates or colleagues are watching and interacting with me, but other people that are may be interested about learning whatever I'm learning. That's cool. All right, I just need to make sure that Jen is following and like being able to listen to me. Let me just check. Yeah, like Mike seems to be okay. I'm gonna do some stuff here so I can see whether it's streamcasting. No, it's not. Oh, there's a delay, that's why. Okay. Okay, there's a delay. It's working. So, I'm kind of working through some a checklist from last meeting. Let me show you guys it real quick here. So, I need to before I finish these two gray check marks here, I'm gonna correct the invisible DOMs that I created for allowing me to, or the user to click on the mini structures on the map. So, like this one is from the school, and I kinda, let me remove the play the game mode. So, I created like five buttons and overlaid them like on top of the building like a cube. So whenever we are flying or anything, we can click like here uh, on like around building 21, the school or the actual miniature, and then the question board will pop up. Last meeting, however, my advisor asked me to like extend this area, so I'm thinking about using the stop uh, panel and putting it like on the ground. So that's like a first idea, but I'm gonna be tweaking on the go, and then whatever works is like the best solution. So like since we're in game mode now, like let me see if like it's yeah. So I activated I canceled the transparency of the dome so I could see it and adjust it. But if I click here, the panel pops up. I've already included the return button because it was missing in the previous version. So if a person like, oh, I don't want to answer this question, so they can return and click on another one. For instance, let's go to this one that has the yellow thunderbolt. So there's again what is place, and then you have to take a look at the map and try to answer. I also implemented like if the answer is incorrect, so by judging here like Allentown 7th Street and the Phantoms flag, so this is PPL Center. If I click on Canal Park Dam, like this is gonna be wrong, and there should be the X thing here. Yeah, so I need to tweak some coding. Yeah, the correct answer is working, but the buttons are not being deactivated. I can tweak the code and it's good so Jen can see it as well. Let me see here if I have this place with the buttons being deactivated. So another thing that I would like to improve is this dome thing, because since it's like a world camera canvas, which means I'm creating a panel and I'm placing this panel with the button on the 360 world. Unity tells us that it's usually like less likely for button interactions or whatever interactions to work 100% like responsively. So it is expected that sometimes it doesn't click it and work right away. Now I'm being lucky. Anyways, so let me see. Yeah, so the buttons are not being activated, so I'll have to take a look at the code. I also have to change these badges because I already created the new sets for tomorrow's meeting. As you can see, like here, there is a kind of a dark green tag, and like here in the compass bar, we have the black icon for the price tag, and on the left, on the edges of the screen, we have those off-screen indicators. And where is the tag? Oh, it's because I'm flying over it. That's why. So here, on the right corner, on the right edge of the screen, in between the controls panel and the moon indicator, we have the coupon or price tag indicator for the shopping mall. Alrighty, so I gotta do some adjustments. I'm gonna start with the code because I didn't know there was this thing not working, and it's good that I saw because everything should be working perfectly. All right, so this is the question panel, and I'm gonna be opening scripts. question panel scripts, double click, Visual Studio will open. I'm gonna drag the window over my screen that it's being broadcast, and let's see what's going on. So yesterday or 2 days ago, I included these lines to deactivate the button. So I am in the region of the Lehigh Valley Mall, the one that I just tried to identify. Here, these things, I don't know the jargon for programming because I'm a self-taught programmer and I'm learning on the go. So this public void is like a method or something that we set up to be able to call when we do something in the program. So this method is called Lehigh Valley Mall choice option 1 because this is the method for button 1. Like in the question panel, when I click the first option, so the program understands that my choice was number 1, and since it's number 1, I'm gonna get the text component from the Lehigh Valley Mall text box, which is the part of the screen. Let me show you guys that the question appears. So I'm gonna activate the very one from Lehigh Valley Mall, so we can take a look. So here, this area here, where what this place is showing, it's the question panel text box area. And then that line of code, this one here, Lehigh Mall text box dot get component, it means that I'm asking Unity to get the text box, the text component of the text box, and then these two parentheses means that I'm gonna execute an action. What I want to execute is to write the text. So I'm writing a text which is in between quotation mark, please try again. So I used like 3 different texts for wrong answers and 1 basic correct sentence for the correct one, which is gonna be updated today because Jennifer and we have just finished the first draft of the win text for the location game. Okay, so what I have to do here is understand why it's not working. So if the code is okay, maybe it's in Unity editor that I have to do something. Maybe the buttons haven't been assigned. So I'm gonna open. I am over building 21, so I'm gonna start using building 21. It doesn't matter if the game object, like in this case, the canvas, is not activated or active because I'm gonna be editing inspector. So the buttons are located in the right panel. So you can see here when I open it, building 21, choice 1, choice 2, choice 3, and choice 4. So each of these are 1 button. If I click twice, it should take me to the thing. Like this is the main canvas for this scene. And if I activate the question canvas, let me click 2D here. Okay, so like Blue Mountain Ski Resort is choice 2. So if I click twice, it's gonna be selected and centralized on the scene area where we can make the tweaks. So if I double click on choice 4, Lehigh Valley Mall is gonna be selected so I can edit. So if I have choice 4 selected and I'm gonna like unclick here on inspector, it's gonna disable it, like deactivate it, so it's gonna disappear from the scene and the editor scene and from the game scene as well. So let's take a look. And it disappeared, and then you can activate it again. Okay, Jen, if you have any questions, remember, like, send me messages on Slack because I have notifications with sound on, so it's easier for me to listen to you. And it seems that the chat on YouTube only allows me to talk to myself, so that's very... Oh, live chat. Okay, so it seems now everybody can talk to me. Okay, great. Coming back to Unity, let's take a look at what is going on with these buttons because they are not being deactivated. Oh, here. So, again, we are on Building 21 canvas and we are on the right panel, this like shaded right panel that houses the 4 options. And like I'm clicking on the buttons and I can see here that the disabled sprite, which means the picture that I'm using to show that the button is not clickable anymore or is not interactable anymore, is missing because I have been like updating them. So what I'm gonna do is like I'm gonna select all of them because I'm gonna do this change at once. I'm gonna click here. Oh, actually I can click here. Let me go to my folder in the assets folder. So images and deactivate. No, there is okay, where are the things? Oh, okay. Now I remember. I guess I didn't save because there was a bug and stuff. So I have to re-import the pictures that I created. Luckily I have them on like a new folder. Let me show. I was creating stuff on Paint 3D. So this is the new button, like correct deactivate, because we got some feedback from last meeting that I guess it was from Professor Dr. Lindstrom. So she wanted us to have like an indication that the button that we had just clicked was either right or wrong. So when it's right, oops, wrong window. When it's right, come on. Okay, when it's right, the button's gonna be deactivated, which means we cannot click on the button anymore, and this like transparent check mark is gonna pop up. I also did one for the wrong deactivate, which is the X. So we're gonna be dragging and drop these 2 files over our asset folder here, and since I'm like in the second scene, which is the Explore the Lehigh Valley, I'm gonna drag and drop them directly to this images folder. Okay, so let me just select them. I can do it one at a time. So you can see that when I'm dragging, like I can select on the assets folder where I'm gonna drag. So I want to drag within the images folder. And then when it's not able for you to drag, the cursor becomes this like black crossed circle, like that means prohibited. And when you can drag and drop, the cursor will get this plus sign so you can copy or add whatever you're holding with the mouse and dragging from a place to drop here. So I'm going to drop now. So the button is here now, so correct. But once you drag or import stuff like images to Unity, it's not like readily usable like on the go. You have to select it, and here on texture type in the inspector window, you have to select sprite 2D and user interface UI. When you do this, you can click here like apply, and then Unity is going to allow you to use whatever picture you're using or importing to be used as like a color or as a pattern for whatever object, whether it's a 2D or 3D object. So another thing that it's already done here, but it's written in our Slack, is that Unity compresses uh, these 2D and sprites um, automatically as long as it is both like dimensions are multiple of 4. So if you do not have pictures that are both dimensions, like the width and the height, are not multiple of 4, Unity is gonna give you like a warning message here saying that the file hasn't been compressed, and it means that it's going to be like heavier for you in your asset folder and also for the game to load that texture. So I made sure that whenever I'm creating these visual 2D elements or textures, I already create the canvas on Paint 3D as a 4x4 multiple. So I don't have this problem here. Anyways, after you select the one you want, oops, after you select the one you want, again, I'm gonna do it again. So I click here, default texture type is gonna be Sprite 2D and UI, and then you click here, apply. So it's gonna be transformed to a 2D and UI texture. So now I can, if I want, I can drag and drop this file to the place where it's missing, because this is in the button script on the inspector, this is the place for you to drop the pictures that you're going to be using for the illustration of a deactivated button. So you drag and drop, ta-da, and then it's gonna work properly. I'm gonna be doing the same thing for the other 3. I'm selecting multiple game objects by holding Control. I think in Mac is Command. And now I'm gonna click here and drag to disable sprite. So since I had 3 selected, all of them already received the same file, which is neat. I like this a lot. Let me just quick check. Ooh, I've just done something like some wrong stuff here, but that's how it works whenever we are programming or designing something. We do stuff and then we realize it's a mistake and then we do it again. So we learn by these mistakes. What I did here was I put the sprite, the picture of a correct deactivate for all of the choices, but only one choice is correct. So the 3 other choices should be receiving the wrong deactivate. So what's going to happen if I save and run the game now is that if I click here, for instance, this is Building 21's question panel. If I say that this is Dorney Park, the button is going to be deactivated, but it's going to be deactivated using the sprite of the correct answer. So this is wrong. I've just done this, and it is not like coherent with the this left panel, which has the text box and these other pictures. So any other question that I use, like it's going to be using the incorrect disable sprite. Again, that function that I showed in the script and this disable sprite, they serve to deactivate the button, so I cannot click any further. I needed to implement this in the game because once you click in the correct answer, let me show you. The badge is gonna be put here in the progress, in the badge panel, and the progress of the game is gonna be increased by 10%. So if in the past I was like able to be clicking constantly in the button of the right answer because I hadn't implemented this piece of code of deactivating the button. So now, like I acquired the badge from the place that I identified correctly, and if I press ask to go to open the pause menu, I see that my progress was increased by 10%, and I have just collected my first badge. And please remind me that I have to update these pictures of the badges before I finish this streaming because it is due tomorrow as well. Alrighty, so I'm gonna close the gameplay here because otherwise any changes that we do while on game, playing the game, it's just for you to see how it's gonna look like or whatever tweak you wanna do or you may need to do while the game is playing so you can see instantaneously the changes. But like the moment you click play again, all the changes you did are undone. I can talk about that like in another situation because I usually use this strategy. It's very common. All right, so I'm back to my editor mode and I have to correct here. So in Building 21 panel, I know that the first choice is the correct answer. So I'm going to be selecting choice 2, 3, and 4. Oh, I hadn't imported the sprite yet, so I got to import that real quick. Okay, lots of folders open. That's bizarre. Here, wrong deactivate. I'm going to drag and drop here. Once I drag and drop, I have to change the texture type from default to sprite and then apply. All right, so now I'm going to select choice 2, 3, and 4. They are the wrong choices for this question panel, and I'm going to drag this wrong picture that I just converted to a UI 2D sprite into the disabled thing. And then I'm going to save, run again so we can make sure it's working correctly. So, oh, it's Building 21, but I'm going to click on Lehigh Valley Mall. It's wrong, so the cross is here. And we also have the feedback from the text box and the Bitmoji that I'm using. Dorney Park, nope. Blue Mountain, nope. Building 21, yes. So another thing that I did when we click Building 21 is to deactivate the other buttons. So we can have only the correct answer like highlighted while we are interacting with the rest of the game, like seeing the badge we collected and the feedback we're going to be receiving now with the inclusion of the lower panel here that is like the information about the building and the hints. So okay, I gotta do this to every one of them. There are thousands of game objects in the question panels here. So something that I learned yesterday, and it's very neat, is using the search field. So I know that I need to edit all the buttons, all the game objects that have choice 1, choice 2, choice 3, choice 4. So if I type choice, Unity automatically starts highlighting or non-highlighting everything that is related to these words. But here in the hierarchy, only the game objects with these keywords are going to be popping up. So all of these are the ones that I need to use. So the next one that I'm going to be doing is Blue Mountain. I don't remember like the question panel. So one thing that I can do is go back there, deactivate Building 21 question panel. I'm going to do it like in order. So the following one is PPL. So I activate PPL question panel. Yeah, definitely I did something yesterday that I didn't save. I messed the program and then I didn't save because I had already changed the names of the places to the correct ones. I remember like having reduced this Lehigh County Authority, just like Professor Anastasio suggested last meeting. Anyways, Uh, so question, panel, PPL. So option 2 is like choice 2 is the correct one. So I'm gonna be doing here. It's easier. I'm gonna have to like activate and see the panel, so it's gonna be here. Let's do it real quick. So choice 2 is correct, so I get the correct. Dun-dun, where is it? Correct. And 1, 3, and 4 wrong. Wrong. All right. Now I'm gonna deactivate PPL and activate Dorney. Dorney, I remember like as a means of facilitating our programming and keeping track of the stuff, I try to put the answers like, and also to randomize kind of like in order. So building 21 is the first question canvas. So the first option is going to be, the first button is going to be the answer. PPL is the second one, so the second button is going to be the answer. So Dorney, third, Lehigh Valley Mall, fourth, Blue Mountain, first, filtration plant, second, water waste, third, fish hatchery, fourth, and the dam is going to be first, most likely, if I'm not mistaken. So Dorney is going to be third. I am going to start with the correct one. Where is it? Oh, here. And the other ones, I'm gonna drag and drop the wrong texture to the disabled sprite. So, since I'm not like a huge programmer and this is my first game ever, I am using like lots of game objects and lots of repetition, but this was the way I managed to get to this place. And it was great because it gave me like lots of practice with Unity and the hierarchy, order, and stuff happened, and I had to learn like through the hard way. But in the future, I plan to improve my programming, C# programming skills, so I can reduce the number of game objects and make the code randomize or access or instantiate game objects and stuff. So I'm going to reduce the number of repeated game objects and improve the code so the game is like more sustainable. Something that I learned throughout my bazillions of clicks by Unity developing is something like this. I still have 6 places to go, and I happen to know all of the answers because of that logic that I just said. I also can check, I have it on the Slack, I have saved on a Google Doc and stuff, my like change log. I know like all the panels, options, and the respective correct answers. So what I'm gonna be doing now is like a shortcut. Like it can also be like a lazy cut. I'm gonna open the following remaining panels. All the buttons are in the right panel, canvas right panel, so you don't need to open the top panel in this case. I'm gonna open filtration, question. And just like we were doing with the wrong answers for the previous 3 question canvases, I am going to be selecting all the correct options and dragging and dropping only once, so it's going to populate all the correct options at once. So Lehigh Valley Mall is the 4th. Did I do it with Dorney already? Yes, okay, I did. Something new in Unity, this version, like the 2018.3, is that now whenever you make some changes, Inspector boldens the name of the thing or variable or whatever thing here, and also the file that you're using to populate that field. Another thing that happens is this blue uh, edge here. So if you see that there are lots of blue stuff going on in a given game object, it means you have been making lots of tweaks, and you better save it or discard it. This connects with the new functionality of the prefab management system that before prefabs were like we could do whatever we wanted, and now prefabs are more organized. So like since these buttons, like everything is blue, so every game object here is a prefab or is part of a prefab. And then if I want to make changes to this Dorney choice 3, for instance, I cannot like come here and delete this canvas render, for instance. If I remove it, it's not going to disappear right away, just like it happened in the previous versions. And it's going to just be like grayed out, and the blue thing is going to pop up here. So it means I performed an adjustment in a game object that is part of a prefab, and that I should like pay attention to that, like either save or review the action. So I'm just going to illustrate that. Ooh, another thing that I cannot do anymore is like edit the prefabs from the inspector. In order to do that, actually it's not this case. Let me see. I'm gonna add something, shadow. Okay, so I added a shadow component. So all the window of the shadow component in the inspector is with this blue line, which means I need to do something. And what happens is when you click here on the settings, you have this new option, edit component. And then you can either apply to the prefab or revert the change. So in this game, like recently I have reorganized the prefabs, and I created master prefabs, which encompasses all the game's prefabs and structures. So we can just like drag and drop the master prefab, and the entire scene is going to be adjusted. So if I want to include this shadow script to the button choices prefab, I have to click on the settings, edit component, and apply to prefab. Since this is not something that I want to do, because this is just like for a like, it can be in this currently it's just an illustration, but sometimes it's something that you don't need to use anymore, or you are making your game object more like leaner or more economical, sustainable with less stuff. Then you can revert, and it's going to disappear. This one, on the other hand, we can actually click with the right button and apply. But I don't want to do this because I still don't master the art of prefabs, and sometimes we do something on a prefab, and all the other game objects that were like born out of that prefab or duplicated out of that prefab, they will receive the same alterations. So I rather do like step by step, one at a time, play it safe. Otherwise, we messed with the entire game. So I'm gonna like leave it alone and do it one at a time. So this was a huge parenthesis on like the new updates in the Unity editor. And now I'm gonna go back to what I wanted to do. I'm gonna select the correct options. Ooh, this is not in the correct order. 1, 2, 4, and 3. 1, 2, 4, and 3. 1, 3, 2, and 4. Okay, great. And it's a prefab, so I cannot just drag and drop because it's not going to allow me to organize from the hierarchy. I have to open the prefab and then organize it there, and I don't want to do that because everything is working. So for now, it's great. So I'll have to just make sure by opening the question canvases. So Lehigh Valley Mall, the correct option is option 4, which is here. So great. So the numbers seem to be working, not the position on the prefab. Blue Mountain is number 1, so it's correct. Filtration would be number 2, correct. Oh, some changes are still here. Take a look. So I saved this panel yesterday or 2 days ago. So great. Okay. Water waste is 3, I guess. Yes, and fish 4. And the canal, the Hamilton Dam is number 1. Okay, I gotta change the names as well. Great. So, dam number 1, fish number 4, water waste 3, filtration 2, Blue Mountain 1, and Lehigh Valley Mall 4. All of them are the correct options for the remaining question panels. So I'm gonna drag and drop the correct texture, correct deactivated texture to the disable sprite. Ta-da! So now I have this correct here. Filtration, choice 2, correct. Water waste 3, correct. Fish 4, correct. And then 1, correct. Now I'm gonna select all the others and drag and drop only once the wrong deactivated button. So fish was 4, so these are the ones. Water waste was 3, so these are the ones. Filtration was 2. Blue Mountain 1. Lehigh Valley Mall 4. Ah! I forgot to hold control. I gotta do it again. Okay, so Lehigh Valley Mall 4, Blue Mountain 1. I'm talking and I'm doing the opposite. I rather see which one is right and select the other ones. So filtration is 2. Water waste is 3. Fish is 4. Dam is 1. All of them are selected. Now I'm going to come here to the assets where my textures and images are. Wrong deactivated. Drag and drop the disable sprite. And there we have it. The sprites are correctly populated. But I just found out that some of the buttons methods are not selected here on click. So I gotta recheck all of the buttons. So I'm gonna also explain this part very quickly so you can start understanding whatever this is for, Jen. So this button script is a component from Unity user interface standard assets. This is very basic from Unity, and this script it has this on-click or whatever event handler. This is called event handler. Why? Because we can select what kind of event is going to be happening with this button, or in this case this button, and we have like a couple of like 3 to 4 options. The first one is here, this drop down. We have off, editor and runtime, and runtime only. So if you click editor and runtime, it means that you can the event that you the script that you prepared and the method is gonna work either in the editor mode and also in the runtime mode when the game is running. So I like using this one until somebody teaches me that this is not, it's less economical than only runtime. But for now, this is working and it's great. Yay. Here, it's a field that you can populate with any game object. when we have a field, we usually have this circular thing. If you click the circular thing, it's going to pop up just like an open file. So you can select a game object from the scene that you are in. In this case, it's the explore scene. Or you can browse the assets folders. So you can have access to all kinds of files that you have in your entire assets folder. So I don't want to do this. I usually like to drag and drop directly from the hierarchy into the inspector. So in this case, these buttons, they are within the question panels prefab, the game object that I use to organize all the question panels for the 9 locations. So in the question panels prefab, I only added the script component to manage all these panels and all these elements. Take a look at how long it is. I can talk about that in another situation. But because of this script, C# script, question board choice script that I created, I have control of each game object that composes each question panel. And you can see that the return is a new addition, and I hadn't saved it yet, so it's blue. I did that like in the last working session this week. So all of them will have a return button, but it's also already working, so it's great, no problem. But it's just like Unity is telling us that we still have to either accept this modification as part of the prefab, which I'm very likely gonna do because it's working, or revert it and discard this modification. Okay, great. So what I'm choosing, I am showing this because when we are using the event handlers, just like we were here on a button, and then there is the event handler window. So you wanna drag and drop the game object from the hierarchy that has the script. So in this case, all these buttons and all these canvases from the question canvases, they are children of the question panels. So this is the parent prefab, and all of them are children. So whatever game object here, if I want to use an event handler, I have to drag the game object that contains the script. Otherwise, the event handler will not work. So let's find that button that didn't have the method here, and let's correct it. This is okay. Filtration, okay. Blue Mountain, okay. Lehigh Valley Mall, okay. Why did I see that? Dorney, okay. PPL, okay. I swear I had seen something that it was not activated. Oh, anyways, it's working. All right, okay. Oh, this is something that I was trying to do and it didn't work, so I definitely can select and remove. I was trying to deactivate the individual indicators when we collected the badges. And talking about that, I gotta check the forum, or I gotta resend an email to the developer of the plugin, the navigation plugin, so I can see whether he replied or not. Anyway, so it's kind of working. So this is something that I had extra, like clutter, and I removed, so I'll eventually be implementing to the prefabs. But before we do that, we want to make sure we test the game, like millions of hundreds of times, so we make sure it's working. That is gonna I'm gonna be doing now. So return is working. The high value mall is not the wrong. Okay, wrong. Correct. Good. Now let's go to the next one. See the difficulty to click on the miniature? It's because of the thing I wanna adjust now with these DOMs. I hope it improves. Let me just check here my YouTube that the window kind of closed. Oh, Jen made a question and I'm not seeing. Okay, I can hear you, but I'm not sure how to respond. Okay, Jen, you can either send a comment or message in YouTube. I don't know how it works for the telespectator, like spectator. Or you can send me a message in Slack. Remember we talked in Slack earlier today in the private chat. So my computer is gonna like ring the bell and I can check your answer right away. It's better than the chat on Google Docs because I don't like the notifications on Google Docs because we live working on Google Suite applications and it would be very unproductive to be receiving notifications all the time. Alrighty, let me come back. I'm trying to organize my screen so I can follow you because your questions will really help me because by helping you, I help me and we help ourselves. So that's our goal with this entire innovative kind of learning and working. All right. So what is this place? This place is PPL Center, but I gotta check all the buttons. I didn't check the return, so I'm gonna check now. This return button, by the way, is wrong because it's opaque and the buttons are all translucent and have a specific kind of design. So I'll have to check the design of the return buttons right after this test run. Okay, the return button is working. PPL Center, okay, acquired. I got 2 places, so 20%, 2 badges. I'm playing for 3 minutes already. Let's go on. Filtration. Return. So this is something that I, as the developer, know how to cheat. I click on the things without flying over. So I can click on the nursery from here because of the DOMs. So something that I would like to do in the future is finding like a way of limiting the interactable function of the cursor. If you are like a certain distance away from the game object, you won't be able to interact with that. Or something that doesn't allow us to cheat like this. Just like I just jumped to the fish hatchery. So I'm checking the return button first. It's working. It's not Dorney. It's not Building 21. It's not Canal Park. It's Fish Hatchery. Yay! Now Dorney Park. Okay, Dorney Park. I gotta go there. Filtration. Filtration. Ooh, I got the answer. Oh, whatever. Maybe it's working. Okay. 440. Great. Here we have the wastewater. It's not PPL. It's not Building 21. It's not Canal Dam. It's wastewater. Okay. I gotta check the return first. PPL, no. Building 21, no. Wastewater, no. Canal Park, yes. Continue. six, six badges. Let's keep moving. Oh, I also changed the background of the radar because I added this like kind of yellowish uh, line, so it's easier for you to see in which quadrant from the compass the the object is. So if we press 5, according here to the controls, we lock the radar north orientation. So instead of be spinning round and round just like it's happening now, if I press 5, north is locked up, and then we have the 4 quadrants like 1, 2, 3, 4, and we can see only the player where the player is facing the arrow also faces, so it's easier for like the star is like here northwest. So if I am facing northwest, just like here in the compass bar, see the black star is northwest as well. So every indicator is working fine. And if I look down, ta-da, Darnay Park. So return. It's not wastewater. It's not building 21. It's not nursery. It's Darnay Park. Great. 70%. Now we gotta go to Lehigh Valley Mall. Oh, the sun is going away. Gotta finish. Return, working, filtration. Nope. Oh, Jennifer said something. I don't know the folder from the drive and I'm able to play the game, but I can open it with. Where is the question? Too fast lag. Where is the question from Jenny? Okay. I download the folder from the drive and I'm able to play the game, but I can open a unit where I can see this play. Oh, it's because I guess if you downloaded the folder with the baked game, which like the finished version of the game, you only can run it. I'm gonna show it to you now. The folder you have to download is the project folder, which has all the files that we have here on the project folder, and then we have all the asset folders and files, all the files that we use for creating the game. I'm gonna just like pause the game real quick, and I'm gonna show you these folders now. So first in our Google Drive, so you can make sure you know the location. Oh, this is my email. Okay, Google Drive, Team Drive, Mountaintop VR. Alrighty, so here I uploaded it on like 2 weeks ago, I guess. Project asset folder. So this is the folder you gotta download to have access to all the files. The other one is this one, game build. I think this one is the folder that you end up downloading. If you click twice, you have Watershed version 2, but this folder only has like the executable files for the desktop version. You gotta go back to Mountaintop VR, Project Assets folder, and version 2. Here you will also find the folders for the prefabs that I created to facilitate our lives. So we have the folder with the master prefabs. So we have the master prefabs of the tutorial room and the master prefab for this scene that I'm playing now, the Explore the Lehigh Valley. Just to remember, the master prefab is the prefab that contains all project organization. So if you drag and drop this file into your Unity project, after you have copied all the folders, this prefab is gonna put everything where they should be put. I created the main prefabs and sub prefabs just for you, if we needed to do something else or change something, like the furniture for the tutorial room, the NPCs, like yeah, the structure of the house, mechanics of the game and stuff. And I have these numbers to help identify which scene it belongs to. So number one, it's for the tutorial room, and number two is for the explore the Lehigh Valley. So again, this folder here, version 2, is the one that you gotta download. And Google is not showing here file size because it's huge. I guess it's 6 GB. Yeah, Google is refusing to show us how heavy it is. But yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Anyhow, anyways, this is the folder that you gotta download. I'm gonna show you now where this folder lives in my computer. Like in the Windows Explorer, uh, I have like my C hard drive for Windows files and stuff. Yeah. When you start downloading, it zips, and this one is gonna take like a lot of time because it's heavy. Uh, so my computer, I kind of use the D other drive so I can put stuff. So I have Unity tutorial projects because I was studying lots of stuff last semester in my independent study, and I have this one here, version 2. So this is my folder that you are downloading now, and as you can see here, size 5.98 gigabytes. So it is 6 GB because it's like there's still things to clean up. Like there's lots of clutter, but we will only be able to really clean it up after we know that we finished the game and we can close this. Alrighty, so I'm gonna go back to the game, finish testing, unpause. This is not Blue Mountain. This is not Lehigh. Oh, it's Lehigh Valley Mall. Okay. So I found 8 things, and I have to go to the last one. The last one is Blue Mountain. So I'm kind of lost here. Blue Mountain, we gotta see the Lehigh River and go up. Oh, Blue Mountain is there, the moon. So something that I want to, and I can show the developer of the HNS navigational HUD navigational system is that like we have already found the locations and I have already collected the badges. I would love to be able to deactivate the on-screen indicators and off-screen indicators and only leave the ones that we haven't found yet. Just like I haven't found the light blue moon, so I would really could use the on-screen indicator and the distance text and the radar indicator, all the indicators from this plugin. But it's I don't know how to do it yet. So this is Blue Mountain. I'm gonna click on the wrong ones first. Ta-da! So 90%. When you do this, when we reach 90%, I still have to create or program something to make the key appear. So it's gonna be like if user reaches 90%, then key will appear, and then the key is gonna appear here by this padlock, which means, and then the NPC, the tutor from the tutorial room, is gonna remind us or remind the user that in order to get to the Osprey house, they have in the Lehigh Gap, they have to either follow the this ridge, the Kittatinny, Jesus, I don't know how to pronounce it, Kittatinny Ridge, towards the west, I guess, Or if we are like flying over Allentown or the cities, we should locate the Lehigh River and follow it up upstream towards northwest, and then we eventually get to the Lehigh Gap Nature Center. So I am over the Kitatini Ridge. Jesus Christ, how do I pronounce this word? I'm gonna ask Dr. Buzzing tomorrow, like thousands of times. So we followed it down towards the west. You can see here in the compass that our geographical aid help visual aids are helping a lot because I am following the ridge westwards, and ta-da! I found the Lehigh River and the gap, and here is the Osprey House. So I would click, and the key would open the padlock with an animation or whatever, and then we would end this scene. Great. I'm gonna save this, and I gotta remember what I gotta do. Oh, let's update the question panel pictures. Alrighty. So it is on the top panel. Now it's not the right panel anymore. It's the top panel. It is top panel because I was already like visualizing that we would eventually be using, I guess, like some area here, and it turns out that we're gonna be putting the hints and the congratulations information down here. So it's gonna be the bottom panel or the bottom panel, yes. And this is the top panel. So all of them are here in the top panel. Let's start with the dam. So dam badge field. It's deactivated because it only shows up when the user gets the answer correctly. So if I'm going to activate it here just for me to edit. So I have the text and the image. The text is acquired. And something that I have to do, I guess, is standardize the font type because I have been using Arial and also Open Sans. So I gotta show you guys tomorrow during the meeting and see which one is better. So I'm gonna be changing this image. This is not the picture anymore. So explore images. Icons, new icons. Okay, this is the dam badge. It's okay. I'm not going to change anything now. We also have to check whether the pause panel, we got to update in the pause canvas as well. So we have the progress panel and scroll view is where I put the badges. Okay, so I'm going to activate the pause menu. So I have here, this is, let me just translate this hierarchy here in the pause menu. First I'm gonna, ouch, close the other panel there so we don't get confused. Something that I can do is also open the prefab, clicking on this arrow here. And then I just see the pause menu prefab with the elements within that. But it's kind of outdated. Yeah, it is outdated, and like the stars are here and stuff, so I'm not going to be using the prefab to illustrate that. Canvas on okay, so let me start from the beginning. So we have this parent here called pause menu. You can see that this is an empty game object. It doesn't have anything. This is just like a placeholder for you to organize all the game objects that compose this pause menu. So if we open it, we have the pause menu manager. This is likely the one that I decided to house the script. So if I click here, I'll see the script for the panel. This script I did myself as well, like with lots of trial and error. This script is a single child, so it doesn't have anything else here. And if I deactivate it, it's not gonna change anything visually because it is just a game object for holding the script. So I can deactivate here and nothing happens. On the other hand, if I deactivate the canvas, you can see that the moment I click on canvas here, all this area is selected, like the blue circles pop up, which means this canvas is major and it has everything here. If I deactivate it, pause menu disappears. So that's how I organized in order to be able to open up the menu and close it at the user's will. In this case, or hitting the escape key on the keyboard. So under canvas, we have pause menu holder. This is just an empty object for me to put the elements that are going to be here. So I have game mask, which is this dark transparent back layer. If I unclick it, it's going to disappear. And then we cannot read anything because it's whitish. So with this layer back mask, you can it serves two purposes. You can block the view of the map and whatever is happening back there, and it's not moving anymore because finally I had like a epiphany and I had an idea of how to freeze the camera without using the time scale method that messes with lots of other scripts. Anyway, so the first purpose is like helping, like shading to block the view from the game. So the game is in the background now and the pause menu is in the foreground. And while in the foreground, like the pause menu, this same mask serves as the background for the pause panels. So we have this main pause panel, which is, we have this game object here. We have main panel, and we also have the pause panel, which is here, the buttons, resume that I deactivated, but I will eventually reactivate because now I fix the code, progress, options, la 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 la. I also have the key. Can you see? So key 2D. It's not activated because only gonna become activated when the user gets the 9 locations and the code is working. So it's very funny, but it is what it is. I was also toying with trying to implement 3D elements on the user's screen, but you can see here that I have a 3D golden padlock, but the 3D game objects they are not like rendered on the 2D canvas. So this was like put on standby for a while. Here, unlocked image. So when we open the Osprey house, the user is gonna reach 100%, and the the padlock is gonna open. Ta-da! And this scene is gonna end. So stuff is ready. So I just need to start creating the codes for the orchestrating all these actions. Let's go back here. Now, we're not going to be using this panel, the pause menu. We're going to be using the progress panel because it is here that the badge window is located. So I'm going to open the progress panel. It is already activated by default because when you hit ESC and you pause the game, you see instantaneously the entire pause menu with options, quit, and stuff. And you also see the progress. My headphone is complaining, and I gotta charge it, so I'll be right back. Quite. Oh, this is a USB-C. I need a USB. Old USB. Okay. Just like I was saying, when you hit the escape key, you initially see the entire panel. After you open the pause panel, it is like the back part of the game is moving because I didn't hit ESC. I played the game with the panel open, so I'm gonna do stuff properly just to show how it works. So the pause panel shouldn't be activated like by default initializing because it is not the main game. It's like background. So you deactivate it here, and consequently all the other elements are going to disappear because they are children of the canvas prefab. Now if I run it, so the game started, I can move my camera, I can walk and stuff, but if I hit ESC, the pause menu pops up and I cannot move my camera anymore, but I still can walk. So, but nobody's going to be walking because you cannot do anything with the key from the keyboard. You have to use the mouse. So for now it's great, much better than it was before. So you open the pause menu, it is like this so you can see the progress, you can have a feeling of what your objectives are, and you also can see that there is some like clock timing you because you are not supposed to be playing the game the entire like class period. Other students need to play as well. So here, once we click these main buttons, it only activates the corresponding panel, just like progress. If I open progress, all the other buttons disappear and the progress panel will be open. If I close it here, it disappears and reopens all the options. If I click options, all the buttons disappear and the options appear. So I can activate or deactivate the contextual elements, just like game controls. If I don't want it, I can deactivate it. And the navigational systems, the compass bar, the radar, and the indicators, we can also deactivate, cancel, come back, and I want to come back to the game. So the resume button used to be here. I'm going to put it again here, but now to come back, we have to press ask. So now the game is working, and there's nothing on the screen, which is nothing. It's not interesting for us. So let's put stuff back on. All right. Okay. Illustrated. Now let's go back to the real stuff. Open canvas, progress panel, just to like show, like progress panel is here. If I deactivate, it's gonna disappear. So I want it activated so I can work with it. I'm gonna open its children. I'm gonna, it's not the close button. It's not the progress. The progress menu is like the contextual things like title, numbers, images and stuff. Time is all the elements for the time here. And scroll view is this window because we can, there are scroll bars. You can drag the panel up and down if we happen to have more things to put on this window. So viewport is this area here. Oh, let me show in the scene thing. So it selects, so it's here, scroll bar. Okay, so I want to work with the viewport, content. So off images. So I put these off images like the question marks because they don't know what these things are. But as soon as they find the first place and the badge pops up here, they will understand what it's for. So like the first image, it should be PPL's badge. If I click here, it pops up here. So we're gonna be changing it right now. It is not a diamond anymore. PPL's is the lightning bolt. Ta-da! Okay. Now, second one is building 21. Building 21 is not the star anymore. Building 21 is the plus sign. And it's terrible. Let me see if the white one is better. Oh my god. Okay, I'm not going to do this now. This is not... No. Okay, let me just use the one that it's supposed to be used, and then I make these lines thicker in another event, not now and not tomorrow. Image 3 is the wastewater thing, I guess. So that's the new button. Oh yes, the name is here. Oh, by the way, like this option here, raycast target. These pictures, these buttons, these badges, they are not interactable. So I don't need this thing to be activated. Raycast target, it means that the mouse would be just like pointing a laser beam towards whatever we are pointing to, so it can interact whenever we click or do anything. So it's not needed to be activated. This one here, preserve aspect, if you click it, it's gonna redimension to the size of the original file. All of these badges, they were created by me, so it was a multiple of 4, just like I said in the beginning of the stream, and it's 128 by 128, so it's like a square. If I click here, it's gonna be huge. Where is it? Oh, this is 128 already. That's interesting. Okay. Oh, no, no, no. I'm sorry. This is preserve aspect. So if I click here, I cannot uh, like change only one dimension. It's gonna be like redimensioning it in both width and height. So you can see that the circle is still a circle, but smaller or bigger. This one here, set native size, it is gonna make it become bigger. So that's not what we want. I'm gonna Control Z here. All right. Okay. I'm gonna talk less and work more because yeah, it's 121. Damn is water filtration. Fish. This one here. Triangle. Triangle is Dorney Park, or it used to be Dorney Park. So Dorney Park is the star now. Square used to be Lehigh Valley Mall, and 9 is Blue Mountain, which used to be the 4-pointed star. I'm gonna save, and I'm gonna activate all of them. So I can make sure it's working. Ooh, beautiful! I hate this. Okay. So I already did the part of the pause menu. I don't need to work in the pause menu anymore. I'm gonna deactivate the pause canvas and go back to the question canvases. Okay, this one I've already done. I'm gonna fish. Okay, I'm gonna remember earlier tonight I said about using the search field. So now it's gonna be a good time because I have so many things going on here and I'm losing attention. So I am gonna sort by badge dot field, and I will have only 9 entries, which is gonna help me a lot to do that. So even though like this name doesn't show any indicator of which place it is, when you're sorting, Unity opens up this window like the path window. So this badge field game object is from the Explore Master Prefab, within the game mechanics, main prefab, within the question panels, sub-prefab, and so on. So it's building 21. So the badge for building 21 is the plus, and the color should be white. So it is not affecting anything whatsoever. It can be. It doesn't need to be raycast target because this is not the target. The target is gonna be the button. So like, yeah, it's not showing up. Okay, whatever. Blue Mountain badge. All these colors are wrong. So wrong. So I'm gonna make sure they are white. 255. And they are not raycast target. Okay. Blue Mountain is the moon. Then is already here, but I'm gonna. Oh. Uh-oh. This is not the thing I should be doing. I am changing the image of the button. Oh my god. Take a look at the crazy thing that I've just done. So, here. If I get the answer right, instead of the continue or the acquired badge button, it's gonna be like a huge badge in place of the button. Bug. At least this one I got before I did anything further. So let's do Control Z. Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. Color, color, color. No, this one, building 21, color is wrong. Okay. Oh my god! That's why the color was not. So let me Control Z, Control Z. I need the colors to be back on. Colors. Yay, okay. Good. Okay, one more time. One more time. Oh my god, I had totally bugged the game. I deactivated the raycast target of the image, the button image. So the but the acquired badge is not an interactable button, so I can deactivate it. So no problem at all. All right. So why is this not the color it should be? It is 155 transparency. So 155 transparency. All right. We can see whether the color is transparent with this black gauge here. If it's all white all the way here, it means it's 100% opaque. And if you have like a percentage of transparency activated, which they call the alpha layer or alpha level, whatever, it's shown by the black gauge. Okay, so I cannot use this. I need to use badge something. Let me see if badge is gonna image. No. Yeah. Too good to be true. So that's why it's terrible not to name every single game object, just like here, image. There must be like 1,000 image files. See? Okay, so these are the ones. Oh, I can also use the path that I was talking about. So mechanics, question panels, canvas top, it is the correct place. Lehigh Valley Mall. So icon arrow. Oh my god. Oh my god. No, I'm not gonna risk it. There are too many overlapping names. Yeah, let's go back to the hierarchy. Yeah, I'm gonna improve this for sure next time. I need to reduce the number of items. Let's start with building 21. I'm gonna close the fish. Building 21. Question image. Star field is wrong. Building 21 is this one now. Badge field. Oh no, I did it again. Oh my god, what is that? Where is this file? So this is the badge but image button. So this is the one. Oh no, no, oh my god. Oh, where is the button? Canvas top text box panel. No. Continue. No. Badge. Okay. Image is the badge. Badge field is the button. So this color is already activated because I want this color to be overlaid in this. I don't know if you can see, like the original file I created is white. So I like creating white because you can adjust the color afterwards here. Let me just show you how to do that. Ta-da! Okay, the brain is shutting off, but I still need to do stuff. I need to deactivate the badge field. Alright. I'm gonna, oh, I can work on the return buttons all at once because it's properly named. That's good. Yeah, okay. Let me finish these badges first. So, canvas by PPL badge. Badge button junior, it's right. Oh, I gotta change the badge image. So new icons, PPL is the lightning bolt. There it is. Next, badge field, deactivate. Dorney badge field. It's not a triangle anymore. Okay, great. Next. The High Valley badge. It's not the square anymore. It's the price tag. Done. Blue Mountain is the light blue moon. Water filtration bed. It used to be a drop of water, but now it's a funnel. Okay, next. Water waste. Badge field. Text. All right. It used to be the streamer, but now it's this infinity loop. Oops, I'm in the wrong place. Image. Badge field. Oh, great. Okay, I just have to deactivate now. Saving. Next step, fix the return buttons. All right. This one I guess I can activate all of them because I also want to make sure that they are all aligned. And there is acquired button that is activated, so it's wrong. It's not building 21, not PPL. Okay, so it's not Dorney, not this one. That's the one. So it is activated, and this one, this acquired yellow thing behind the black, whatever, should disappear. Ta-da! Alright, now let's take care of these return buttons. They are not, and these buttons, and then I gotta adjust the color of this text box here. It's kind of lighter. So return button, there is no, it's just like a rectangle with a brown color. That's not the thing we are using in the UI of this game. So I'm gonna be filtering return. So I'm pretty sure that all of them have the same return thing, and I hope it works. Let's see. Pretty high, I'm crazy. Return. Okay, so PPL return. PPL return. Oh, no, actually, all of them. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All of them, the target graphic here. Oh, no, I'm sorry. The missing sprite should be the return sprite that I created. So, images. Oh, it was yesterday. So the return sprite is not here. I gotta import it. Where is it? Oh God. Okay, so instead of looking for that, I'm gonna redo the thing. It's quite straightforward. I have been using Paint 3D, which was a very amazing thing that Microsoft did recently. So I'm gonna open the one of my projects, and then I'm gonna this one. So I'm gonna select it and flip. Ta-da! Now I'm gonna save it as image PNG return button. Oh, I already had it, but where is it? Oh, it's here. Great. How did it's because it is it oh it's in the new folder in the desktop that I okay, whatever. Okay. Now I know where it is. Here. Okay. Let me import that to Unity. So I have to make it become 2D UI, and now I can so this button is interactable. Can you check here, like button script interactable? So I need the raycast target to be activated. If the raycast is not activated, it's not gonna work. The button is not gonna work at all. Also, I don't know why. Oh no, it's because I selected everything here at the same time. That's why the event handler is not showing anything. Oh, we already have something here, so I need to adjust the transparency. If I'm not mistaken, the transparency is 155. Here we have the colors like highlighted colors. Oh, the transparency is here. Okay, now it's right. This one doesn't need to be adjusted. Oh, it does. Okay, it makes a difference. Okay, great. So all these, the 9 buttons from the 9 panels, the event handler that they have is on click. When we click this button, the question panel, the respective question panel, just like this panel here is Blue Mountain. So let me do it one by one because all of them at the same time is not going to work. Okay, so let's use Blue Mountain as the example. Yeah, and it's too transparent. Maybe I should. Maybe no. I'm sure I need to go back there and adjust that return. So it's here. Okay, great. Save it. So we are with the Blue Mountain question panel open, and I'm gonna be showing the embedded script and method for handling, like closing this panel. So I have to find the respective game object, which is the return. It is in the, oh, it's here. So it is white because, and you can see there is the plus sign because I have just recently added it and I hadn't incorporated into the game object. And I'm not gonna do that because I am very afraid of like the prefab changing everything. So no, I'm just gonna do that after I bake the game for tomorrow. All right, so okay, the handler. So Blue Mountain return button we have here on click. This first one is like for the editor, which is this thing we are using, and the runtime when we play the game. The second field is for you to insert the game object that contains the script. And since this is just like a simple action, I just need to drag and drop the element I want to deactivate. In this case, I dragged and dropped the question canvas Blue Mountain, and I can show it, and I can make sure it is, if I click the element, Unity highlights in the hierarchy. So this is the game object that I dragged here. And then here I select what I would like to do when I click this button. So default is no function, nothing happens, but I want this one, game object. So this panel here, this entire parent question canvas Blue Mountain, I am going to set active. And it's a Boolean, a bool. A Boolean in C# or programming languages is a dichotomous statement. It's either true or false. So in this case, set active, bool means set active true or false. And this text here is exactly this thing here in the inspector. You have the true or false. If it's checked, it's true. If it's unchecked, it's false. So if it's checked, it's active, like the blue mountain return button. We can see here it's active. But if it's set active, disabled, or false, it's going to disappear. So going back to the button, what I did, I just dragged the entire parent canvas, and I asked them to, when I click, I want to change the state of this panel. I want the panel to be deactivated. So it's going to be, instead of true, it's going to be false. So I did that to every single return button. And it's working so far. And we don't have to go to the script and add methods and anything. Like Unity Inspector helps us to do that. Thank goodness. Alrighty, so I'm gonna save, and before I check it, oh, the color seems to be good here. Okay, I'm gonna leave it like that. Okay, whatever. Let me just check real quick if there is anything else to fix before I move on. Yeah, the highlighting of the return button is working. Yeah, that's what I'm testing. I'm gonna test all of them. Okay, it's working. Saving. So troubleshoot session ended. Now let's create stuff. No, not create. I still have to troubleshoot the DOMs. So let's see. These ones. I was working with the building 21 one. I'm gonna go back to 3D view. So what I want to do here, I need to understand which one is the top panel. So this is not the top panel. Okay, top panel. I'm gonna name it as floor. And I'm gonna increase it. I can increase the scale here. I'm gonna put 1. And it seems to be too big. I don't know why. Yeah, Z is whatever, but it's Y. Okay. And I'm gonna put 1.5. No. 2. No. Okay. I can either change the number, or I can use like hover the cursor over the variable, like in this case X, so I can drag and drop and adjust the value. So I'm gonna put 4. Okay, that's great for the floor. Something that I also want to change is this source image. I don't want this generic whatever, especially because it's from a plugin that I intend to delete because I'm not using the science fiction Unity package anymore. So I need to find another thing to use as the, like these robots. I'm not using, this is from the standard assets, so I need to delete it in right away. I'm gonna use the radar thing. Oh, it's so beautiful. I love that. Oh my God. This is so cool. Okay, that's super duper cool. All right, I'm gonna leave it like slightly above. And I don't think I'm gonna need all these walls because but this radar thing is gonna be, oh, I just have to reduce it. So one, one. Why is this so stretched? That's bizarre. Let me reset it. And where is it now? Control Z, Control Z. Oh, I want this thing again. It's so cool. Okay, let's do it old school. Here on the top left corner, I have the main tools from Unity. I'm using the Move tool because I'm using lots of uh, things, but for this case, I'm gonna be adjusting the dimensions of a 2D element. So I like this one, the Rect tool. This, I gotta select the thing first. Great. So when you click on the Rect tool, the bounding circles appear, and then you can click and adjust freely. But something is happening, like they are preserving the aspect. I don't want this to happen. That's why it was stretched. So now I can. This idea was super duper incredibly awesome. I love that. That's super cool. I am very excited now. I am gonna deactivate these walls for a while because I don't think I'm gonna be using them. So this thing here needs to be raycast target because it's interactable and it is a button, but it's just like it's a fake button because it's gonna be transparent, kind of, maybe, probably. Let's see. Oh, this is the bounding box of the canvas. I want this one. Okay, let's see some values that are x1, y1. What? Okay, this thing is messed up. Okay, so I'm gonna drag it down. This last one has all of them together, so. Oh, by the way, I can move it like freely. I'm just using my mouse. So the scroll button, I can scroll up very close to see the miniature of Building 21 that I created in Unity. Yay! Scroll out, scroll in with the middle button. The middle button also pan, like if I click and hold, the cursor changes to the fist. So I can drag and pan to adjust the things so I can put in the center. And the right click and hold it I can adjust the view. So that's why I do this like lots of times, because I need to see the range of this radar stuff. Now I'm gonna adjust the color. Let's test it. Oh, great, it's not working. Why? Oh, beautiful. Oh, it should be a canvas. Where is the main canvas? It's not the floor. Oh my God. Okay, let's see if that's the reason why. No. Okay, let's changing strategy. All right. You want a war? Let's play. I'm going to change all of them at once. Oh no, it's here. Oh, maybe it's not. Oh, okay. Maybe this is not like selected as UI. That's why. I can also set up one of these, like the aim. Ooh, this one is great as well. But the radar was cool. I can also put these bounding boxes to like delineate the block of the building, kind of. Okay, so No, it is UI. Generate physics is transparent. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they don't accept that. Anyways, I created my radar bunker for Building 21 here. Let's see if it works. If it doesn't work, it's because something shady that I can't understand yet. It's working. Oh, it does work. All right. So it's gonna be like that for a while. But it shouldn't be like that. It should be cooler. Let me. I'm gonna adjust that. Native size. Good idea. I'm gonna put half. That's a good idea. I'm gonna put half downwards, down the map, and the other half. No. It's kind of more beautiful than the whitish kind of thing that I was using before. I really would like to involve this concept and put the radar. No, the radar is being used for the compass, so no. This is cool, I guess. Let me just take it off all of the ways I can see. Mhm. This is a little larger than the others. Okay, I guess it's done. Now I'm going to put top part. Top part. Okay, Dr. Bodzing asked me to increase the range of the click. So I'm gonna be doing that with this top part. So I'm gonna be kinda, this thing is messed up. All right, so turn it up. I want to make sure it's big enough to encompass the entire Building 21 property, not just the miniature, but not so much that it gets in the way of the other one in the PVL center. Let's run it. Working. First click, another angle. First click not work. Second click not work. Third click, multiple clicks, not work. Why? Why does it happen like that? The top button is not working. I am clicking on the one below. There's only one button working. Why? Okay, let's check. Interactable. I'm gonna change press color so I see if it's working. And highlight it to green. That's just for me to debug. That's funny. The top one doesn't, it's the biggest one, but it doesn't get. Why? The top one doesn't work. And it's kind of blocking the others. So let me, yeah, yeah, the side ones are not working either. Why is that? So I'm gonna be adjusting like in this mode here. This one is working perfectly. Maybe if I put it closer. Yeah. And I'm gonna reactivate that other one and put it to the floor. Oh, but people would like to click on the thing, on the building, and I need it to be covered. Okay, so I'm gonna reduce it. Okay, let's just see how it goes now. Again, this top one doesn't do anything whatsoever. Why is that? What is use price mesh? I'm gonna click both of these just to see what happens. I'm in game mode anyway, so when I unpause, it's gonna come back to normal. Yeah, the top one is super duper bugged. It doesn't work at all. This side one is great. So what I'm gonna be doing is quite simple. I am going to delete this thing that it's not working by. Oh, great, prefab. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Changing. I'm gonna put simple first. Color tone highlighted green. Pressed red. Target graphic. Oh, should I put it here? No. Fade duration. Okay. So I've just reorganized the prefab structure. Let's see if it's gonna be working better. Where is building 21? Here. So this side one doesn't work. This one works. I don't know why. Okay, so I'm gonna go rogue. They wanna play. I love playing. So the ones that are working are the side ones. So I'm gonna hide this one for a while. I'm gonna hide this one, and I'm gonna bring these two guys to the game. Let's see. Let's see if you're gonna continue working as well as you were, because I need you to. Okay, let's see for a while, for now. Ooh, it works. So the other ones were like lazy. Wow, much better. So what I'm gonna do now, I am gonna delete those other two for good. I hope I delete the correct ones because all of them have the same name. This is not good practice. Let me see. Oh, I can rename. Oh, I can rename here, but not in the prefab. Great. Okay, I guess they are these ones. So A, B, come back. Oh, they're still here. A and B. Great. Testing once more. All right. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna create like a pyramid. Uh, Let me open the prefab here. I'm gonna duplicate A and B and rotate them. Oh, so to duplicate easily, I select both and I hit Control D, or I can click with the right button and duplicate. So I'm gonna put them together because they're family, but I am totally rotating this. Not like this. No, 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 no. I'm rotating these ones. Not, what's going on? No, no, no. Oh my God. Oh, that's why maybe. Oh, oh, that's why maybe it was on the canvas feels wonky if we take it off like its original direction because it's very bizarre this thing that it's like redimensioning. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What's going on here? I would love to be able to just do this, but no, it's super crazy. Okay, so let's see. 0, 0, and 0. There I go again with the top one. Let me see if it's gonna work. Oh, now the top one works. Oh, now all of them work. Oh, that's great. Okay. Oh, that's so great. Okay, I don't know why, but thank you. I would love to be able to do that, but the canvas is rotating all together, I guess. Oh, maybe it's a pivot thing. Let me see. I don't know how to use that, but let me change canvas anchor and stuff. Come back here, come back here. Where are you? Wow. Okay. Here. You're too big. What's going on with this view? Oh, it seems the canvas now it's collaborating with me. No, it's not. Let me just make it smaller. I hate this preserve aspect sometimes. This is a time that I hate it very much. Oh, I'm within the prefab yet, so let's do changes. Not here. Where is here? I want this. Wall B is gonna be just deleted because I'm gonna duplicate wall A. That seems to be more helpful, I guess. And I'm just gonna invert its rotation like that. This is crazy, but yeah, that's the way I found to make it work for now. I still need to work with the range of the place, so probably it's now. Why can't I cannot. There's something. It is anchored to both sides. So if I put 0 here and 0 here, Nothing's gonna impede me to make it smaller. For Christ's sake, this is 0, 0. No pivots. Okay, let's see how it looks. Wasting too long here. Okay, this top one seems to be an acceptable range. I'm gonna go back. Oh my god. That's why I don't understand. I was in the prefab, so it was supposed to be updated. Alrighty, so let's play. Good. Good. Terrible. The side one is terrible, and I think it's because of the orientation of the canvas. Oh, 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 oh! I cannot select it on the other face. I only can select it in the front face. So, that being said, I am going to this is the front face, I guess. This is bizarre because I'm trying to adjust something diagonally and the main canvas is like vertically positioned and too many things happening here. I'm going crazy. My God, what is that? Why can't I? My God. This is something related to this. I'm gonna change this. Where are you? Why is this bounding box that is kinda... Oh, finally! I got a hold of this. Again, I cannot... Anyways, it's much better than before. Let's scale it up. One. Ooh. Okay, great. Half, I guess. Dun, dun, dun. Flying to building 21. If I find it here. Oh, it's here. Near the other radar flying saucers that are hovering the place. Alrighty, so I'm gonna put 50 here, 50 here. Oh, this seems to be pretty good, I guess. Okay. But this is the blind spot. I need to cover it up. How? What is this wall? Where is this wall? I'm gonna delete it. Bye. Prefabs. Reset. Okay. Where are you? Oh, here. 50, 50. But there's something bizarre going here again. What is that? Oh, okay. Oh, no. Okay, I didn't find it. What is this? Okay, now I got it. Okay. So hi-hat needs to be 5. 50 by 5. Okay. Let's go to building 21. Again. Usually high value more. Okay, that's your home. I would love to be able to rotate it, but it's gonna be wonky, as I had suspected. Why is that? Why is that? Oh my god. I definitely need to learn the coding for making 3D models and meshes interactable because this is taking like a lot of time. Let's see how it plays. I guess I got it because nobody's gonna be flying close to the ground. Okay, Oh, I deleted the wrong one. Great. Okay, that's gonna be like that. I just need to be sure that this is the right face. And there we go. Oh, okay, it worked. It seems I don't even need the other ones now. Well, I'm gonna leave them there just to be safe. All right, great, it's working. Save, save, deleting all the other ones. No, I don't want to do that. No, 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 no. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna leave this for another time. This is not being great. Transparent. It's working much better now. Thank you, God, because after thousands of hours. Ah, okay. Ah, finally going to the part that I was trying to reach the entire day. Bye. I don't want to deal with you guys anymore. This shouldn't be open. I don't know why it's opening. I gotta see what I gotta do because I already forgot. Okay, time to create this stuff. Seems I can put this panel a little bit higher. And if we get rid of this compass bar, I'm gonna put it higher yet, but it's up to be decided tomorrow. Okay. Position X minus 20. All of them are together. Good. Let me see how it feels when it's being redimensioned. Okay. I am going to open. Now I want the prefabs to work. Let's see. I want to create the bottom panel. So I'm going to open this prefab, which is the Explore Master. That's not the one that I wanted to open. I wonder why. This is the one that I want to open. Building 21. Okay, great. Chaos. The original prefab is just chaos. I still don't understand what goes on with that. Let me just go back here, and I'm gonna open this prefab. I wonder if I do something here, it's gonna alter the game. Let's start with the right panel because it seems to be more organized. Okay, it's all set up. Let's see if it's gonna change something there. Oh, it didn't. That's amazing. Okay, great. So I'm gonna open prefab. I'm gonna reorganize this stuff because it's terrible. It should be around here. Here. The return button should be on. But that's not the return button. Badge field. Why is the mask? Oh, this is the mask. Canvas top panel. Oh, okay. Oh my god, it's already modifying this stuff. Alright, let's take it easy. Building 21 canvas. This is pixel perfect, screen overlay. Okay, great. Top panel. Top panel. I don't want this to stretch like that. Minus 25. Continue is the same. I'm gonna set up here, here, minus 25, and it's gonna be minus 45. No, 85, 75, 85. Yeah. Mm-mm. Ah, I figured. Okay, what's going on here? Top canvas. It's not center, it's left. For God's sakes. 25. Right is okay. And bottom, almost okay. Oh, well, very good. Okay. mas eu já posso parar.
Pode continuar.
Eu não tô falando não, pode. Eu vou parar de fazer o tracking aqui.
Não, pode fazer, amor. Eu me intoxiquei com aquele negócio lá.
Do cloro?
Eu misturei cloro com o negócio que eu intoxiquei. Deu um gás na minha mão. Só descobri depois que eu consegui. Tem gente aí?
Não, tem, tá gravando. Eu não tô conseguindo achar a parada aqui.